Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 12 properties today, and the reason why we started these videos just over 3 years ago, and since then more than 1 million people have seen them, which is awesome. But the reason we started is because people kept saying to us, send me listings. I want to see some listings, and I thought, okay, so I'll even share my interpretation of those listings. I'll send you everything we can every day. It'll be faster than a lot of the public sites like MLS.ca. And what we'd hope is that if we create such a nice impression is that you can meet us at Starbucks, you can come to a buyer class, you can join us on a tour of homes. And that's our way of just kind of leading with the giving hand, and hopefully you find it helpful, you find it entertaining, and we're definitely there for you. So if you need some help, just give us a call, and when the time is right. In the meantime, enjoy the videos, have some fun. First one that starts us off is 318 Lorien, number 64, and I think the agent's bragging that it's his listing. It's kind of funny when we see that. There's a couple agents in town that like to put their signs and their cars in the pictures, but this one's good. 249 is basically like the entry point is 230, 240 on this stuff, and they look like they've done a lot of work inside. You've got what looks like a bit of a renovated kitchen there, and nice new carpets, walkout basement, private yard. These guys are going to sell for more, guaranteed. I even saw whispers on Facebook that it already sold in competition in the first 24 hours. So that's unconfirmed, but I think that this one may have already passed. It's a really good price. I don't know if it was just something like they were needing to get out, but that's I would not be surprised if it sold for quite a bit more. Whitehall is 349. It's an Ashfield model. It's 1051 square feet, the 3-story one with no backyard, and they've got a balcony above the second level. It's just the 300 square foot homes larger than this are selling for the same price. This particular model with nice hardwood floors, nice kitchen, even in the last 30 days has sold for 318, 320. So at 349, I just can't see it happening. I think that that's just kind of a waste of time. I mean, without the photos, who knows? But it would have to be stupendous inside to really command that kind of price, and it would by far break the record. So Balstream is 349. It's a 1.5 story, so you might have those sort of peaked looks in your ceilings up top. It apparently needs a fair bit of work from how the description describes it. You've got a double wide driveway, 50 by 114 foot lot, and so it competes with the one that we've got on Bronte. Now the difference is this one's on a bit of a quieter street. Bronte is what I would guess would be in much better condition, and there's a bit of a price difference there. So under 350 is going to attract eyeballs no matter what, and it's just a question of how much work it really needs. I would think if it was completely done, it's got to be worth somewhere in the 4 to 450 range. And you're kind of capped at that point. So how much work does it need? Would you sell it right away? Would you live in it? That all comes into the math equation on whether or not it's a good move. So Johnson Heights is 409, 1510 square foot home, and it's an end unit townhouse. And it's nice. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you read the description, it's kind of funny because it says beauty at its finest, and the home is nice. I'm not disputing that at all, but beauty, I think, has a different meaning. I think of beauty, I think of something like this, or even if it's not my thing personally, that is a beautiful man. I'm just saying. So the point is that I think some of the words that we use in the descriptions as an industry, and I try and avoid as much as possible to be ridiculous, but it's I don't know if beauty is the right word for that. Racy Trail is 429. It is a semi-detached 3-bedroom, unfinished basement, probably about 1,800 square feet. The 9-foot ceilings in this one make a big difference. It doesn't feel like a semi-detached, and based on what I've seen some of them selling for, I think they've chosen a decent price range. So 429, if it's nice inside, should do the job on this one. Naperville is kind of interesting because if you've been watching Daily Homes every day, you'll notice that this one actually came out, and then as far as I can tell, it's sold, and now it's back out. So maybe the buyers reneged or something. I don't know, but it's back out there. 449 is the price. 1,600 square feet. They've done a double wide driveway where you can park 2 cars side by side, which is a very nice thing. You've got some hardwood floors here. You've got a nice layout. So this one actually shows it pretty well. There's a dining room just inside here. You can sort of come around the hallway, family room plus a kitchen. They've done some nice upgrades in here. And then you've got 3 bedrooms plus a small little loft area upstairs, and they put a nice deck with some fencing there. So all in all, it's a great choice. $449 I think is great. It's a quiet street, and they're probably going to sell that one pretty quick. And Bessie Trail, finally somebody has a Quincy corner who takes the shot from the double garage, because everybody takes the shot from the other corner, which shows the side door, but it's not clear that it's a double garage. This is clear. That's what it's about, and it's the all brick elevation. 535 I think is a little bit aggressive, or ambitious I should say. I always talk about those two words and kind of interchange them, but ambitious is probably a better description. Hardwood floors, nice high-res photography, not quite. Kitchen looks okay, and you can't really tell because it's all pixels, but it's a very efficient floor plan. 4 bedrooms, you've got laundry upstairs, there's no wasted space in this home, and you've got usually a bit of a wider lot, so it's a 52 by 80 foot lot. Typically, the rest of the homes in this series are on about 36 foot lots. We have seen the prices for decent ones justified in the low 5s, but at 535 I'd be surprised if they sold it. Etherington is 585, and so it is a wood lily, and it's like 25 something square feet, hardwood floors. It's got a nice floor plan, so you've got living, dining beside each other, kitchen, family room, so it's set up almost like a 4 grid pattern. And yeah, nice finishes, clean, tidy. You've got your California shutters here, and that's what it's about. That's the game, is move-in ready. And yeah, I think the price is definitely there. We saw one of the corner wood lilies sell recently, listed at $579, and I think this one even looks a little bit better than that. This one on Woodward I really like at $619. It's about 2,700 square feet. Nice size. It looks like it says partly finished basement. We'll look at the room sizes there. 39 by 105. You've got a decent sized front balcony. You've got a nice sized yard, and that is your money shot, ladies and gentlemen. That, to me, is priceless to see that. And once you have that, it's very hard to move into a home that backs onto neighbors. So that just shows you how great it is to have sort of a lighter colored hardwood floor. You can see some elements of it not looking like it was built in the last 5 years. It's probably about a 9-year-old home, something like that. But I think that the layout looks good. The staircase, it's easier to stain a wood staircase than it is to actually put one in. So all these floors, even to replace flooring, $5 a square foot to buy the stuff, maybe $1.50 or $2 to install it. So $7 a square foot is usually the range that we talk about if you're looking at replacing wood. And this is just a restain. It's a pain in the butt because you're sanding all the little pickets and everything. But $619 anyways, it looks like a good price for this, for the size of the home with the wood lot. Definitely give it a thumbs up. So Bayless is at $629, and it's on a pie-shaped lot. This one was actually for sale like a year or two ago. You've got a room in the front that probably is only big enough for a dining room, but they've set it up as a multifunction space. You've got a nice upgraded kitchen here, and family room just off the kitchen. You've got 4 decent sized rooms upstairs, and then you've got a pie-shaped lot. And so the thing about the pie shape, the total lot size is nice. That's a nice looking photo right there. But you're still pretty close to your neighbors. There's not a lot of distance between that deck and here, and that deck coming off, you can see how far it is off the ground. You're going to feel like you're seeing everybody. So it's not a tremendously private house, although it does have a lot of space. It's a good place to play horseshoes in the summer. But it's if you're looking for privacy, that to me I think is more of what people look for than a bigger lot, which is why something like Woodward I think would be slightly more desirable than something like this. But I like this floor plan a little bit more. So starting this next one, $699. It's a Tothberg. It's 3331 square feet. Nice quiet street. And I think the upgrades and the finishes are nice. You got big thick moldings there. You've got some hardwood floors. The kitchen has all the things that you'd like to have. A tub sink. You've got some built-in appliances here. More moldings. You've got pot lights. There's a butler's pantry here, and then there's a laundry just behind. This model actually won Model of the Year from the Greater Toronto Home Builders Association years and years ago. So there was a Mattamy model home. It's still one of my favorites. The bathroom, they did a great job capturing that bathroom because a lot of photographers don't get the right angle. That looks perfect. You can see how nice and open your master ensuite is. It's a very inviting place, and then they've got some landscaping done in the front and back. $699 I think is definitely a good price. I sold one of these homes with very similar features like 2 years ago at $640. So I mean, this is good. I like that one a lot. And Fifth Line is the last one at $929. It's on about 1.8 acres. And the home itself looks like it's been done, I would say in the last 10 years, at least from how we can see these pictures. Loft upstairs, 3,000 square feet for a bungalow with a loft upstairs. It's actually quite impressive, and I think everything in the kitchen looks good. So it's a decent sized lot. It's got all the things that you'd expect for this price range. I don't know if it'll sell up in the nines, but I think that it has a lot of things that people like, and it's just a little bit bigger than that first acre. When you get into like 1.82 acres, it just starts to open up and feel a bit better. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, give us a call. If you want to see anything, we're definitely there for you. And if you're in town at all over the next week or so, just join us for a tour of homes. We've got a buyer class coming up in a couple weeks on Saturday. And of course, I mean, we've also got the option you can sit down and talk at Starbucks. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.